Send nudes is normally a question as opposed to a demand, but apparently women feel, pressure to send nudes according to a sexting study. It's also because women have the game of a fucking 14-year-old kid and have nothing to offer in a conversation outside of their sexuality. Hate to cut to the chase on that one, but members of the fairer sex, oh, just shut your mouth, you simps, share steamy snaps and sex with men because they believe it is expected of them, a new study has found. Wow, imagine that, having to reduce yourself simply to your sexuality. How actually honest of you, I guess. But yeah, pressured. Come on now. That's like move number 2 if they're fucking interested, like, for Christ's sakes. During a survey conducted by the University of Nebraska asking women why they have sent nudes, more than 1/3 of participants says that they felt like an obligation or inherent part of being in a romantic relationship. Yo, if somebody's asking you to send nudes, you have either already made it obviously fucking clear that you're gonna be fucking, or it's somebody that you want to fuck. Like, nobody's got a gun to your head to, it's like, send bobs and vagene. Shit doesn't fucking work that way. Study elicited a complex range of responses on the subject, with some women saying they passed out the sexy shots as a power move. Just shut up. I wanted to assert a sense of power over the man I sent nudes to. How are you gonna do that? What? Do your nipples do tricks? Like, what are we doing? I could make them desire me, and they would do anything to get a picture, one participant said. Oh, okay, so you were just trying to milk simps that way. It's like, hi, I need a ride across the country. Okay, here's my clit. All right, man, simps are gonna simp, I guess. Still, others said the sultry sharing was simply to feel sexually aroused. Yeah, that's normally how shit goes. It's like, show me what you're working with and I'll show you what I'm working with. Because of those of you who are not in the know, there are very few people that fuck around on the first time and don't know what the other looks like naked. And it's pretty much been the going practice for at least a decade and a half at this point. Women frequently send sexualized nude images to men, but women's motivations for sending nudes are unclear, according to researchers. The reason that I wanted to do this article, because I just clicked on it and it's like, oh my god, what kind of mental gymnastics are we going to use to justify this stuff? The entire reason I did this, it's like, oh my god, you got to feel bad for women because they're feeling pressured by these patriarchal tyrants that are out there. I made $2 million as the queen of sexting. Here are the tips to do it right and not be cheap. Yeah, OnlyFans, multi-billion-dollar, okay, could very well be, if it continues to scale appropriately, $1 trillion fucking industry, okay? Nobody's making these hoes do anything that they don't already intrinsically know that they want to fucking do. So let's just stop it, okay? I feel pressured. No, you want to fuck a guy and you want to try to make it a sure thing, okay? Because women hate taking L's. The taking rejection is the worst thing that a woman ever does, okay? And the hotter the girl, the more likely she has never been rejected before in her fucking life. Just think about it. 8s and 9s, very rarely are you going to be able to see one, okay? But in public, okay, just think about it. Just think about the baddest bitch you know, okay? The absolute top shelf shit, okay? Jennifer Connelly, 1991, okay? Just at the top of her fucking game. How many guys have turned her down? How many guys would have told her no, including her father? 1, 2, maybe. Now you compound that with today's social media climate, okay? An average looking chick, okay? A chick that looks like that, she has hundreds of DMs across all of her platforms every single day. TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, okay? She cannot go anywhere without getting an exorbitant amount of attention. So let's fucking stop this, okay? If she's willingly trying to send nudes out there to get somebody's attention, she's not being pressured to do fuck all, okay? Because guys will just fucking pay for it if they're that thirsty. That's why OnlyFans is so successful the way that it is. But let's hear some more mental gymnastics on this one. We find that women are not thoughtlessly sending images of their bodies to others, but rather are acutely aware of their motivations. Yeah, of course, I want to fuck. How do I get that across? Here's my tits, okay? Like, if I would have saved some of the images and some of the, headers on top of that, just keep this between you and me. It's like, ugh, just girls have no fucking game, okay? But most guys don't either, okay? I hate to play the, well, men can't either fucking card, but let's be completely honest, okay? Most guys, the only reason that they're talking to a woman outside of, like, family members, okay? No Targaryen exception on this one, okay? The only reason that they're talking to a woman is to fucking smash, okay? Is to see them tits, okay? But they want to know what that ass does in 4K. But most guys, thinking like, deductive problem solvers, are trying to get from text messages to nipples in as few steps as possible. And most of you guys have terrible fucking game. Like, your tits looked nice the other day. That's not going to go anywhere. Unless, of course, like she's thirsting for it. But man, you just want to see bad fucking game? Just go to an average chick's Instagram profile picture and on her profile, take a look at any picture in like a bikini or any sort of, dress or anything form-fitting. You will see bad game getting run in the comment section over and over again. You never see it flip reverse, okay? Outside of like the uber top tier celebrity status guys, like your Henry Cavills, your Andrew Tates, okay, guys who are all the way at the fucking top, the top fraction of a fraction percentage. Other than that, you're never going to get any chicks thirsting in the fucking comment section. And that's just some free game out there. Don't be thirsting in the comment section. The fuck is wrong with you? You're never going to get attention. If you enter in the customer frame, if you enter in the simp game, yeah, there's no escape from that one. You are putting yourself in the friend zone. Study published in the journal Computers in Human Behavior featured 207 women ages 19 to 27 who had sent at least one nude photo in their lifetime. One, come on now. Through questionnaires, they had been asked to, as thoroughly as possible, please describe the reasons that they have sent nudes to men. Pressure was one response, as being repeatedly asked for it until you gave in. Yeah, normally you just block that guy. Send boobs, send nudes, send nudes, send nudes. Unless it's a fucking meme. Along with lighter answers such as to be fun or flirtatious. That's the correct answer, by the way. And as a sexy present for somebody. It's like, yuck, I've already seen this. I've seen it in worse conditions than this. And it's like, cool. The most common selected was, 35.3 was a relationship norm expectation. It's like, I want to see where you're at right now. Take out your tits. I'm like, I don't really know about that, but okay. Then again, yeah, okay, just trying to think about your average fucking chump relationship that's out there. It's like, oh, I need to see my girl naked. Oh, I can just get her naked anytime I want. And it's like, cool, now you got to show off to your friends. It's like, who fucking cares, dude? Just below was because a partner asked at 20.8%. Yeah, it seems like a pretty good reason, okay? Followed by long distance separation at 17.4%. Yeah, that makes sense. And validation at 14%. See, I've been losing weight. And it's like, why don't you have underwear on? It's like, oh, I know what time it is. Some said that they have sent pics in order to calm down an abusive partner. Oh, of course. It's like, oh, he beat me. Send pictures of your fucking bruises, otherwise you'll get a matching one on the other side. But this was not the norm. Oh, thank God. Yeah, it was probably just a couple of fucking attention-seeking bitches. Oh my God, he would be so abusive. Like what? I'm just asking where I was, and he said, send me a nude so I know that you're okay, but I knew really he was just being insecure about this. It's like, just stop it. The relationship motives were the most prevalent, while violent motives, instrumental motives, and drug or alcohol use rarely, if ever, spontaneously emerged as motivation for sending nudes. Well, actually, the sending nudes would normally be motivated by a drug or alcohol use, but it's normally by the sender instead of the recipient. Just saying. The researchers said. Yeah, man, let's be honest. This entire fucking study is totally fucking unnecessary, okay? If a chick feels sexy, she's going to try to show it off, especially if she's into you, especially if she's attracted. She's going to be the one to instigate it. She'll never be the one to be like, oh, here's an errant tit pic. That shit ain't going to fucking happen. Because even women who are sexually free and independent, I'm a strong, independent woman, they're never just going to go ahead and, put their hoish tendencies out there. Some of them you got to dig a little bit, okay? Other ones it's like surface layer. It's like, wow, you're looking awfully good in that. I've seen your new Instagram story that was out there, and I was like, damn, you're down at the beach. What's your tan lines look like? If she's really down, then the way it goes. But to try to say that women are feeling pressured to send nudes, like, just stop it. Just absolutely fucking stop it. You know exactly what you're doing. You know exactly the way that you're communicating, okay? Because that's one thing I got to shout out. Robert Greene's Seduction, Art of Seduction book, okay? One of the opening things, okay? Right in the introduction right there, one of the opening paragraphs. I think it's the most important thing written in that entire book. The rest of it's pretty good, okay? But the most important phrase that is in there is women communicate covertly, indirectly. That's their game that's out there. Men resolve conflict through violence or threat of violence. That's just the way that men work, and that's the way that men have worked for a fucking millennia and will into the future as well. Obviously, there's some beta sneaky fucker game that's out there, okay, where it's just all about, tone policing, shaming, language control, all of that shit as well. But that is mostly the domain of women. Not just woman. Oh, woman. No. She wants something from you, and you're in a relationship or in the early stages of a relationship. You guys are dating non-exclusively or something like that. And she thinks that using her sexuality, weaponizing her body in order for you to do something for her in return, she's going to take that route, okay? And sure, in retrospect, she might feel pressured if it didn't work out for her. If, she's involved with somebody who knows the game, it's like, oh, cool, nice tits. Okay, we'll see you on Thursday. Like I said we would. I'm not coming earlier. Okay, we're not going for fucking dinner just because you feel hungry right now. Okay, I will see you Thursday when it's scheduled. And once she figures out that you can't be pressured and you can't be convinced, you can't be manipulated by her sexuality, well, then she'll respect you, and then you can move along in that relationship, however you have it categorized. But I just found that to be a nice little, interesting study that they had out there. And it's like this guy who knows a thing or two about a thing or two. I just thought I'd share some information with everybody out there. Don't know when this one's going to get released. Don't know if the wreath behind me is going to be timely or not. But this is one of those evergreen topics because as more liberated and more independent and more modern women pop up, the fucking hardware is always going to be different, but the software is exactly the same. So with all that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.